Hello, right, I'm back again. Forgive me if it's oversaturated. I haven't bothered changing anything for this. It's recorded in HDR, so it'll either look okay on your monitor or it'll be oversaturated. But I'm just basically just going to explain something here. Uh, when I was playing Borderlands 4, I had lots of problems with the game crashing. That was with a 5090 and a 9800 X3D chip as well. Now, what I ended up doing is I rolled back to the driver 581.08, which fixed all the problems. Any other driver after that, the game would crash randomly. Now, with the 581.08, it ran completely fine for 4 days and I finished the game kind of thing. Now, with Silent Hill coming out and using the same engine, I thought I'll just basically leave the actual driver alone. I'm not going to risk it. It worked for Borderlands, so in theory it should work for Silent Hill. And sure enough, it did. I played for about 30-40 minutes, not a problem, doing everything it's supposed to do. It's great. I then turned the game off and thought, I wonder if I can get even more performance, even smoother by changing the shader cache from default to 10 gigabyte, which sometimes I do on games. So I did that, and then I put the game back on again, and it ran like hell. It was artifacting, crashing within 5 minutes. I was like, oh, the joy, here we go again. So I put the shader cache back down to default, and then I deleted the shader cache. Now, that is something which it's easy enough to find out online how to do it, and there's even videos people doing it as well, showing you how to do it. You basically follow those steps and you delete the shader cache. So when you actually play the game again, it forces it to compile the shaders again. And did that, and the game's back to normal. Game's working fine. Now, this seems to be an ongoing issue with the Unreal 5 engine. Sometimes they can sort it on the game side. Sometimes NVIDIA sort it on their side. Sometimes it's both. Metal Gear had it as well. But if you're having issues with Silent Hill crashing or artifacts, two things I would recommend. One would be to roll back to the 581.08, and the other would be to certainly, if you're going to stay on the newer drivers, or even the 581, is to make sure you delete the shader cache, to go into the folders and completely delete everything, so that when you do play the game, it recompiles it. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if you are going to roll back, you'd need to use DDU. Make sure you get rid of everything, so you're starting fresh, like I say. But the only thing which I don't know is how long that will last. You might find that by doing this, the game will be okay for a day, and then the next day it'll behave obviously erratically as well, and you'll have to delete the shader cache again. You might find it lasts a week. It could last 2 weeks. I have no idea, because as I say, I don't know where the issue is coming from, whether it be the driver, whether it be the game, or both. But certainly on my side, run the 581.08, which worked with Borderlands, and 100% definitely delete the shader cache and let it recompile again. And you'll get anywhere between maybe the game that you're going to play that night, so whether it be half an hour or a few hours if you're going to sit down to it, or you might get a few days, or you might get a week or so before you have to do it again. But it's quite quick to do. Bit annoying. Shouldn't be having to do this, but it does work. As I say, straight away when I started seeing all the artifacting and everything, I knew straight away. Same problem as what Metal Gear had with myself when I seen all the artifacting. It was to do with the shader cache. Unreal 5 has got major problems with how it handles it. Anyway, I'm back to the game. So later.